You're always looking for creative new ways to raise money for your treasury. We've got a perfect suggestion. We'll bring an entire evening of all the great wrestling stars you watch every week here on Bruiser Bedlam. We'll bring them to your community. If you'd like more information on that, right here, this address, this telephone number will have it for you. Bruiser Bedlam, 151 West Jefferson, Suite 514 in Detroit, 48226, or phone 313-567-4444.
This is one fall, 15-minute time limitation. Introducing from Uganda, weighing 340 pounds, managed by Baroness Eva Van Elba. Here is Prince Mama Mohammed. And his opponent from Kingston, Jamaica, weighing 245 pounds. Here is Calypso Jim.
All right, Calypso Jim against Prince Mama Mohammed. An excellent match. Mohammed jumps the bell.
No doubt, Terry, that the Countess told Prince Mama Mohammed, you've got to get rid of Calypso Jim quick.
Of course, Calypso Jim, one of the top dogs here in the WWA and on Bruiser Bedlam. What a feather in the cap of the Prince it would be if he could defeat Calypso Jim, because, as you mentioned, Baroness Eva Van Elba, her plans are to take him right to the top. Calypso Jim just ripping that T-shirt right off. I do think the guy's a little upset.
He's mad.
And he lets go with a couple of good roundhouse right hands. Drop kick.
Oh, there's a real drop kick.
Into the rope slip, Prince Mama Mohammed, arm drag. And Calypso Jim is red hot today. The Prince, though, relentless in his attack on Calypso Jim. The Baroness mentioned the Aryan training program that she has Prince Mama Mohammed on at this point in time, and evidently, it so far looks like it's really paying off. Off the ropes, over the top, 6 feet 6 inches in the air, and Calypso Jim came crashing down on his back. The Prince, with Calypso Jim stretched over the top rope, throat first. Look at the Baroness. What has she got there? Her gloves? Slapping Calypso Jim with those leather gloves right across the face.
Yeah, she won't stop at anything.
And she's going to be definitely someone to be reckoned with. Uh-oh. Hey, power slam in for the count. And wait a minute. There's Jerry Grahm and Wojo and Bulldog Don Kent.
I know.
Oh, no, they're triple teaming Calypso Jim. Look, Kent and Grahm and Wojo on the Calypso.
Now what are they going to do?
This could be very, very dangerous.
I should go in, Terry.
What has Kent got? What's he got there? Spray paint?
They're spraying his face with
Oh,
spray
my
paint.
God. He's got spray paint. Orange spray paint. Uh-oh, the referee just got punched by the doctor, but they have spray painted Calypso Jim. Now, what is wrong with these guys? I mean, first they cut his hair, and now they come out there with spray paint. I think they got it in his eyes. Look at him. Yeah, no, oh.
That stuff burns your eyes for a day.
This Calypso Jim has just taken so much abuse, so much uncalled for abuse.
Maybe you ought to go look at it, doctor. The doctor's going to join him.
The doctor on his way into the ring because Calypso Jim definitely got some of that spray paint in the eyes. Now I'm concerned for the eyes of Calypso Jim. It's enough of a humiliation that he was spray painted orange by Ken and Grahm and Wojo, but it got in his eyes. This could be a very, very devastating blow. Chris Carter's got some comments in the ring on the microphone. Chris Carter expressing his shock and displeasure. And certainly we all share that sentiment.
Anything like that.
Well, it's yet another chapter in the...
Yeah, they'll do everything they can.
Just amazing. We're going to see the closing moments of the match, such as it was. I think Calypso Jim did get the 3 count on Prince Mama Mohammed following this power slam. There's 1, There's 2.
Three.
And there's 3.
He got a 3 count.
He got it. I don't think his shoulder was off the mat there. Now here comes Grahm and Wojo. Kent's behind him. No, I believe it's Kent. Who's look at his right hand there. He's got that spray paint can. Grahm and Wojo softening up Calypso Jim, just coming off a beautiful big victory. Once again, they attack him from behind.
Well, it takes 3 of them. That's what they did once before when they cut his hair off.
As if it wasn't enough, getting the haircut, the humiliation he suffered then they got, look at that, look at him spray painting right into his eyes.
Yeah, takes 3 of them to do it.
Just terrible.
Instead of 2 to tango, it's 3 to dance.
Oh, I definitely think we've seen enough of that. Ladies and gentlemen, Graham's Gallery is up when we return. Wrestling fans who have grown up watching great cards through the years in the Glass City of Toledo, Ohio, swear this is the most outstanding lineup. The greatest array of talent ever signed for the Glass City of Toledo. Let me run down the stars. You be the judge. We are proud, along with Miller Beer, to bring Bruiser Bedlam to the Hotel Sofitel. Beautiful, prestigious location in the heart of downtown Toledo, right next to Portside. Sunday, June the 22nd, the action all gets underway at 8 o'clock. There's plenty of free parking in the Vistula Garage at Jackson and Summit Streets. Now to that card. In the main event, inside a 16-foot-high steel cage for the World Heavyweight Championship, Dr. Jerry Grahm and Bulldog Don Kent lay the title on the line against the world's most dangerous wrestler back in Toledo, Dick the Bruiser, teaming up with Calypso Jim. The match for the world title has been signed. The Great Wojo against Flying Fred Curry. Next week, we'll tell you who the special referee will be. Special challenge, more like a demand from Yukon Moose Cholak. He will meet the man who's 7 feet 2 inches tall, almost 500 pounds, the Kentucky Butcher. Chris Carter in a return match against the Polynesian Wildman. You'll see 10 rounds of midget boxing. That's right, the midgets put on the gloves. Bomber Pete meets Little John, and Mohammed Jihad Saad against El Bracero. And we welcome into Bruiser Bedlam today, on my right, Mr. Sam Botek from Miller Beer, one of the sponsors, and the manager of the Hotel Sofitel, Mr. Mike Hill. Mike, it's certainly our pleasure to bring Bruiser Bedlam to such a fine, fine establishment as the Hotel Sofitel. And how are the tickets going so far?
Well, they're almost sold out.
Excellent. Looking forward to it, huh?
And so are we.
And I know the fans are going to turn up, and we remind the fans it's casual dress, come as you are. And Sam, you will be refereeing that midget.
Yes, I will. Mr. Hill, excuse me. Let me tell you something. This makes me want to regurgitate. Look at this. Look at turn around. Chris Carter, I thought you were my friend. I thought we were friends. I thought we hung around together. Now I know why you hang around me, Botek, because every time we're somewhere, I always end up picking up the check. That's right. This Botek is a leech. Now he comes out here with a Chris Carter shirt.
Chris Carter, made the American way.
I don't care about made the American way. I care about Chris Carter. You are a traitor, and you
Sunday, June 22nd, Hotel Sofitel. Don't miss it.
I don't believe this.
Ladies and gentlemen, midget wrestlers are always a delight to have with us on Bruiser Bedlam. Farmer Pete in the spotlight today. He's one-on-one as Dr. Jerry Graham's guest in another installment of Graham's Gallery.
Welcome to another edition of Graham's Gallery. As you can see, just back from Hawaii on my 3-week vacation, my $100 Aloha shirt, my $6 cigar. Wealth just follows me all over the place, but we're here today to interview wrestlers. That's what we're here every day in Graham's Gallery, to interview the biggest names in the business. But we couldn't get one of the biggest names in the business today. Instead, we got one of the littlest names in the business. Little joke. Farmer Pete, the famous midget wrestler. Farmer Pete, I want to welcome you to my show.
Thank you.
Now, I'm sure the fans would like to know a lot of things about you. You've toured the world. A lot of people tell me that you're rated right now as #1 midget in the world, although I have my doubts about that. Of being personal friends with Little John, an undefeated midget wrestler, I might add. Would you be willing to wrestle Little John in some future date?
Yes, I'd wrestle Little John, and I'd even like John to have you as a tag team partner, and I'd get a tag team partner and wrestle mixed tag.
Well, I think the only problem with that is you might have a little trouble finding somebody to be your partner willing to mix it up with Dr. Grahm, the real world's most dangerous wrestler. Well, now, let me ask you this. How many years have you been wrestling?
11 years.
Oh, I thought your career was shorter than that. Now, John, you should learn a little bit about manners. I was always taught when I'm talking to somebody, you should stand up. Why don't you stand up when I'm talking to you? I'm not a priest. I'm not a clergyman. This isn't church. You don't have to kneel. Why don't you stand up and...
Listen, I flew here today to be on your show special today, and I don't have to take none of this from you.
Let me tell you something, you little plump. You'll take whatever I tell you you're going to take, because this is my show, and I ask the questions I want to ask.
Graham, this is a friend of mine. If you want to interview him, interview him right.
Well, I was going to interview him, right? In fact, I was just saying that Farmer Pete, you know, I've been all over the world. I've been to the Middle East, Africa, I've been to South America, the Orient, and I've always seen all kinds of midget wrestlers, and you're my pick. You're the #1 midget wrestler in the world, in my opinion. There's not another midget that can beat you. There's probably a lot of 200, 250 pound wrestlers that you could beat too. I really think he's good, Moose. This man is he's a great wrestler. You're a great wrestler, and I want to thank you very much for being on my show. It's been a real honor. It's been a real honor. It's been a real honor. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Farmer Pete, and we look forward to having you again real soon. Another edition of Graham's Gallery. A real pleasure. Hope to see you again real soon, fans.
A real treat now, fans. Our archive match this week.